Good afternoon and welcome to HONU Headline News.
I'm Waco.
And I'm Thunder Wanderfar. And we are your anchors for this week's broadcast.
First up, we have announcements. This Thursday we have map testing, so be prepared. 9th to 10th grade is at 8:30 to 11:30. And 11 to 12 graders are at 12 to 3 p.m.
Interested in the HONU? The HONU is our school magazine where students can display their writing, stories, art, and music for the school to see. Submissions for their third issue is now open and can be submitted through this QR code. Sign up and HONU up for a college essay writing workshop on September 24th from 5 to 3.
That's all for this week's announcements. Now let's get into our H2H for Heaven and Andrew.
This week's question is, what are your semester manifestations and predictions?
Hi, I'm Heaven.
I'm Andrew.
And we're your hosts for this week's H2H. This week's question is, what are your semester manifestations and predictions? Hi, I'm here with
Mr. Glasser.
Mr. Glasser. What are your semester predictions or manifestations?
Well, I feel like this current semester, oh my gosh, is a manifestation of evil. No, I predict that we're going to come through this strong and everybody's going to get out of my course with all of the skills that they need to be successful.
Did everyone do that last semester?
Everyone does that every semester.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I'm here with
Ziandri.
What is your predictions and manifestations for this semester?
So my prediction is that I won't remember anything that happened this semester. And my manifestation is that I'm gonna be locked in with Heaven and Caden for life.
That's a good answer.
Hi, I'm here with
Josiah.
Josiah. What are your semester predictions or manifestations?
To get good grades.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to everyone who participated. Now back to our anchors.
Thank you, Kevin and Andrew.
Now we have our political news with Gavin.
Last week, we talked about national elections and how they play a role in shaping our country. But local elections here in Hawaii don't get as much attention, even though they have a huge impact on our daily lives, from housing issues to education and even how we protect our environment. The leaders we elect locally make important decisions that directly affect us. This year, voters will choose local officials like Honolulu mayor, state legislators, and even a U.S. senator. These positions are responsible for decisions that shape our communities. For example, decisions about housing policies, which can determine how affordable living here is, or environmental laws that protect our islands. Despite their importance, local elections often see much lower voter turnout compared to national elections. That means the voices of those who do participate are even more influential in shaping our future. Whether it's managing tourism, addressing land use, or improving infrastructure, these elections matter. And even though most of us can't vote yet, staying informed about local elections is a way to understand the issues we'll face in the future. When it's our turn to vote, we can make informed choices that reflect what's important to us and our communities. Local elections shape the places we live and the lives we lead, and your voice matters. Now, back to the anchors. On this week's political segment, authorities have foiled an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump at his West Palm Beach golf course. The suspect, Ryan W. Ruth, a handyman from Oahu, was found near the property with a loaded SKS rifle. Fortunately, the weapon was never fired and Trump was not in immediate danger. Ruth, who had been involved in building affordable mobile homes to combat homelessness, also had a complex past. He has previous altercations with neighbors and a criminal record, including a 2002 felony conviction for explosives and firearms. Despite his community efforts, his past action and criminal history has led to an ongoing investigation that may bring additional charges. The motive behind this attempted attack remains unclear, leaving both local and national communities in shock and raising concerns about security and political extremism. Now, Back to the anchors.
Thanks, Gavin. Let's jump into Andrew and his weather segment.
If you haven't been watching or reading the news lately, it has been a really active hurricane season so far. The first storm was Cat 1 Hurricane Hone that went just south of the Big Island, bringing up to 2.5 feet of rain that caused major flooding, tropical storm force winds, and high surf up to 20 feet along the east-facing shores of the island. The second storm behind it was strong Cat 3 to 4 Hurricane Gilma that weakened to a tropical depression by the time it got to Hawaii, only bringing the remnants and heavy rain to portions of the state. And the third storm was Tropical Storm Hector that weakened and broke apart in the East Pacific, not having any impact on the islands. Also, if you don't have a clear understanding of tropical systems, they range from a tropical depression with 25 to 45 mile per hour winds, a tropical storm with 40 to 85 mile per hour winds, and a hurricane that has winds ranging from a Cat 1 with 75 to 115 mile per hour winds, all the way up to a destructive Cat 5 with winds exceeding 155 miles per hour. Currently, there's no new storm development, but that doesn't mean we are out of the clear yet, because hurricane season started on May 1st and doesn't end until the end of November. So make sure you and your family are always prepared for the worst and have enough supplies like food, water, flashlights, and a first aid kit that can last for at least 2 weeks. That's all for this week's weather report. I'm Andrew Shady reporting for Honu Headline News, and I will pass it back to our amazing anchors.
Thanks, Andrew.
Now, something special. We have a teacher feature with Mr. Knox.
Hi, I'm here with
Oh, my name is Mr. Nakashima.
Mr. Knox. What do you do here at HTA?
I am a math teacher.
How are you currently liking it here?
Oh, I love it here. The students are great, the schedule is great, and it's finally nice to be working in AC.
What school did you come from?
I came from Kalaheo most recently, but before that from Castle High School.
So tell me more about yourself. Do you have any hobbies or interests?
I like hiking with my dog, and I actually like studying math on my free time.
What made you choose math?
Well, I majored in meteorology, which is a type of atmospheric physics, and so when I graduated from high school, from college, I had to choose between teaching, and when I decided to become a teacher, I had to choose between teaching math or science, and at the time there were just more jobs in mathematics, so I decided to teach math, but I like both.
Did you like math when you were in school?
Oh, I loved math when I was in school. That was my favorite class when I was in high school, and I studied it all through college.
Thank you.
Thank you.
An additional feature, we have Ari to share her experience traveling with PAC to Japan.
Hi, I'm here with
Ari.
And what are your highlights from the Japan trip?
One of the highlights was definitely meeting university and high school students in Japan. I think getting that perspective of what school is like in Japan is just so interesting. And also, I guess like my homestay, I feel like I really connected with my homestay's family and just my homestay partner as well. I think that was like a connection for life.
And if you could change anything about this trip, would you change anything?
No, actually, I wouldn't change anything at all. I think like every experience I had was cherished, and I remember like every single day and every single experience. So I think, yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
And has this trip taught you anything new about Japan?
Yeah, totally. I think I learned a lot more about Japan's customs and like traditions and like, it's just how they live. It's just so different from America. Yeah, I learned a lot, and I learned a lot about history and how their government works. Yeah, I just learned a lot. Yeah.
And to wrap us up, do you have anything else to say about PAC Club?
Yes, y'all should definitely join it. I know Club Rush is over, but we're always accepting new members. We have a study tour every year, so last year was Japan, and this year they're going to Vietnam. So if you're interested in global affairs or learning how to be a global citizen and learn more about America's diplomacy or global relations, totally join the club. It's super amazing. We have so many different events. We meet every other Tuesday in room 8 from 3 to 4 on Tuesdays.
Yeah, go join, guys.
Definitely join.
Very awesome. If you're interested in PAC, sign-ups are in Hono.
That's all we have for this week's broadcast. Ta-ta, turtles. Catch you later.